What's up, everybody?
This is Chris Wright.
Wow, okay. This is Grayson and Chris, and you're listening to the KUST University of St. Thomas Campus Radio. I'm back, everybody.
Counterpoint.
Oh, yeah.
Aha.
I'm back, but only for 15 minutes, and then it's just Chris again.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Always fun.
Not my fault. Schedule conflict. Oh, well, what can you do?
You know, you want to start with a little lighthearted topic here. I recently wrote a joke completely in Spanish.
All right, let's hear it.
¿Cómo se dice un burro que es aburrido?
How do you say a donkey is a burrito?
No. ¿Cómo se dice un burro que es aburrido?
How do you say a donkey is your...
Aburrido is boring.
How do you say a donkey is boring?
Yes.
No sé.
Un aburrito.
Is that because that's also a donkey?
Well, aburrito sounds like aburrido, you know?
So say the joke in English.
Well, it doesn't really sound funny when you say it in English, but I'll do it anyway. How do you say that a donkey is bored or boring?
Okay.
Un aburrito, but it doesn't translate well.
But so the joke is that aburrito
sounds like aburrido.
But what is aburrito then?
That's just a made up word. It sounds like it's just I put an A before the word burrito, so it sounds like aburrito.
But why?
It's just a bad pun.
Okay.
Man.
I don't know enough about Spanish to understand it.
That would actually be a good joke to go up on stage and do. And everyone would just be confused.
Yes, I don't think that's a good joke. But
I know.
Well, I mean, it's probably a good joke for people who can speak Spanish, but
it's one of those things where it's funny in a certain language, but then when you try to say it in any other language, it's just you don't get it.
I feel like, yeah, all right.
Which is probably why people rank Germany as having the least sense of humor of all the countries.
Oh, so this is why you brought the joke up.
Yeah.
All right. I don't see why.
Germany's down there, Russia, Britain, the U.S., Canada.
Okay, so every country's not funny then?
No. I didn't agree with most of the countries that they listed in the top 10 least funny.
Well, obviously this list was probably from some obscure country that only likes themselves. If they're going to list literally every country as not funny.
What was it? Canada got marked funnier than us.
Well, that's because Canada's a joke.
And that is why America's funnier.
Yeah.
Because we can say funny things like Canada's a joke.
Well, don't test it. But whatever, we're basically Canadian anyway.
Whoa, they are basically American.
That's true, yeah, we are better than
They're the 51st state.
I don't know if we would rank them that high. I would give them a colony.
Or a territory?
I don't know if they're good enough for territory.
Oh, okay.
Nah, Canadians are great, I'm sure. I don't know if I've ever met one, but I'm sure they're great.
They're an interesting class of people.
Okay, that's a weird way to phrase it, but all right. So what next?
Well, how was your weekend, Grayson?
Sunday bingo. Was that the event? Yeah. Sunday bingo. That was
Sunday bingo on Friday.
Was it?
That was definitely Friday.
Why am I? Yeah, it must have been. Why am I so okay? Yeah, well, Sunday bingo. That was an event. He had Gus. Gus is always great. You can't go wrong with Gus. He had his new purple suit on.
This is going to be one of the last times that Gus is doing bingo.
No, it's not.
I thought he said that, didn't he?
Did he?
I thought he did.
I don't know.
And it hurt me.
Were you even there?
I was there.
Okay.
You saw me.
I don't really pay attention. You should know that by now. But it was an interesting event. We ran out of ice cream. My coworker got mad at me again, so that's cool. That's fun.
Can you really blame her?
Not that coworker, a different one, but no.
But can you really blame her?
No, I can't. Not one bit.
I'd probably get mad at you too.
All right, asshole.
You'd probably get mad at you too, as well.
Yeah, I'm sure if I worked with someone who... Well, no. I mean, maybe. I like to think I get my stuff done. A lot of the time I just don't know what I'm doing, though, and I just kind of have to fake it. But isn't that true of most jobs?
Your rating at your job is functional. You do what you're supposed to do and nothing more.
Fair. All right. Yeah, I'm a functional employee of it. But yeah, Sunday bingo was fun.
Instead of outstanding.
We did not get enough prizes. But it was a decent event. I can't complain. Very cool.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
And then of course I made the 40-minute walk to Petco.
I don't know why, but all right, you could have.
I got my steps in, man.
Yeah, but
did you get your steps in that day?
No, but I don't care about it either.
Gotta burn those calories.
Why?
Man. It's exercise.
Why?
Gotta show your love for that fish.
Why?
Who's already made it longer than a lot of other fish that people got.
All right, that's fair. Although you're keeping them in like a Tupperware thing.
Well, Tupperware isn't quite the right word. It's just
it's plastic.
Just a plastic box, a little bigger than a typical Tupperware. Yeah, it's very cool. Very, very cool.
Neat.
So what about that show Night Fight? Huh?
What?
It's a show called Night Fight where
I've never heard of it.
People dress up in suits of armor and they have like legit fights.
It's not going to be full legit.
Oh, they hit each other hard.
Yeah, but they're not going to stab each other.
No, there's no stabbing, but there's there's four main rules really. There's what is it? No stabbing strikes. You can't hit the groin, feet, or back of the knee. You can't hit a man on the ground, and what was the other one? Oh, blunt weapons only.
Well, that's boring.
By blunt they mean that it's just not razor sharp. It can still hurt.
That's boring. I want to see.
But you see some guys get hit hard in that. They'll ram into each other full force.
That sounds interesting. I'll check it out.
Yeah, History Channel.
Well, History Channel's not a great channel, but all right. I won't. I'll probably just watch.
It's on right after Forged in Fire for all you blacksmith fans.
All right. Neat.
In case you want to watch them make knives and swords and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's how I love to spend my free time. My favorite. Watch some.
Well, you're a history major.
Actually, what?
You're a history major, so.
Not a blacksmith major. Only blacksmithing I do is in Minecraft. Which, speaking of, I went back and played it for the first time in years, and man, was that a nostalgia trip! Man,
did you like it or?
I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Going around playing on the online servers, and just man, that was a nostalgia trip. The score, the soundtrack. Oh man, the good old days back when I would come home from like elementary school, hop on my mom's crappy old laptop, and then play some Minecraft. You know? Yeah. And I'm playing on the same server. Well, no, actually, I'm not. Well, one of the servers was the same server that I played on all those years ago. Playing some Hunger Games, survival. Man, I felt like I was a kid all over again.
God damn it.
What do you have against Minecraft?
Everything.
Hey, fuck you, Chris.
No, there's worse things.
What is bad about Minecraft?
Oh, I don't know. How about the low res?
What do you mean low res? It's
just blocks.
That's the point.
I know.
What do you like, Fortnite or something?
No. I don't like Fortnite.
You nerd. You're gonna Fortnite dance in public.
Listen, when I do a video game,
First of all, don't phrase it like that.
I do high res games. Like,
what do you mean high res?
Like
I don't think you know
NBA.
What do you mean high res though?
I'm talking about like
it's not as if Minecraft is not high res. It's just it's like an 8-bit style game.
Good graphics.
But the graphics, I don't think you understand what you're.
So I might do NBA.
It's the art style.
What else? Battlefront.
What is wrong with you? Which Battlefront?
Either.
What do you mean either?
Battlefront or Battlefront 2.
But which Battlefront or which Battlefront 2? 2004 and 5 or 2015 and 17?
15, 17.
You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace. If you're not popping in the OG Battlefront 2 and flying in your space fighters, disgusting. You're a disgrace.
I'm sorry.
And then you insult Minecraft, which is one of the greatest video games of all time, only below Halo.
What's the recommended amount of dedicated
You can't make
RAM?
that joke if you don't like Minecraft, Chris. You're dead to me. This is why I'm going to be leaving in like 10 minutes. Actually, like 3 minutes. No, like 10 minutes. This is why. Because you insult a sacred video game. Maybe I'm blinded by nostalgia, but I don't care. I will defend it.
You just worship it, don't you?
No, but it is a quality entertainment
like a cult.
video game.
It sounds like a cult.
How?
You're just defending it at all costs.
Because your arguments against it are bullshit. Maybe I am irrational. Maybe I have some personal connection to Minecraft. But hey, fuck you.
Okay. Well, we have some strong feelings on that.
A little bit. I'm a little passionate about it. A teensy bit.
I guess you could call me a purist on video games.
You're not a purist, though.
By purist,
a purist isn't going to defend Battlefront or Battlefront 2.
I like the very crisp resolution, the very realistic...
So you're just a graphic whore.
Wow, that's very...
So you don't care
I find that offensive.
You don't care about quality stories or gameplay or anything that actually makes a game good. You just care that if you can jerk off to the graphics.
What's wrong with that? Sometimes
Disgusting.
a guy needs to jerk off. You see, when a man reaches a certain age,
okay,
Grayson...
Chris, you don't go into it.
Sometimes you have urges.
All right. All right. That's... Okay. What the fuck, Chris? Listen, just because you have, for whatever reason, are against quality gaming experiences because the graphics aren't. What do you even do? You even play on PC? Because that's the only group of people who can legitimately defend that.
I don't.
Disgusting. And you're gonna defend graphics. Listen.
Wow.
I don't even play on PC. Well, actually, I do because my.
Well, no, what a really good video game is Solitaire on any computer.
Yeah, Solitaire's fun. I'm not going to say it isn't fun. I like it. But...
Beats any of the games we've been mentioning.
No, but it's still fun. It's a fun card game to waste a couple minutes. But speaking of video games, Civ 6...
I waste my hours away on Solitaire.
Nice. But Civ 6 Gathering Storm just came out. Man, is that good. That is... I think you would like Civ.
Is it as good as Halo 5?
First of all, Halo 5 is a flaming pile of shit.
Okay.
Halo Reach gang. Man, Halo Reach is the best video game of all... There's never going to be another video game anywhere legitimately close to touching Halo Reach. Halo Reach... Halo, first of all, I've read all the books, all the Halo books, all the Halo novels. I love Halo. So I'm qualified to say that Halo 5 is a flaming pile of shit. So
I can't say the same about myself. I do not know that much about Halo.
Disgusting. Okay, continue.
Oh, that's all I was going to say.
All right. But anyway, back to the original. Civ 6 Gathering Storm is fantastic. And I think you'd like Civ. It is... playing as Germany right now, and I got spanked by England over trying to defend Buenos Aires. Oof.
That's a weird way to put it.
Well, I mean, I went in there.
I got spanked.
All right. Well, you didn't need to say it like that. I wasn't being a naughty boy, but my tanks just got oofed on, and so did my artillery, because I overestimated myself. You know.
It happens.
I got dunked on. I was basically Russia fighting Japan in Manchuria.
Okay.
Except I didn't send the Baltic fleet literally across the planet. So that never happened. Eventually I won because I had an air force and they didn't.
All right. So, how about some current events now? I've got a very special story that I'd like to share. And there was recently a bill that attempted to make it through the Senate, and it was shot down. And basically what it said is if a woman attempts to have an abortion, but it failed and the baby was born anyway, basically what this law would do is you require doctors to keep the baby alive afterwards. And it was shot down, allowing for nothing to be done for the baby, and the baby can just die outside after birth.
Oof. Rest in peace, babies. I say we just throw them out. No, never mind. I'm gonna stop. I don't know if that joke's appropriate. So, also, I don't even know if this is quite a topic. I don't really want to break it down because I feel like this is going to upset people. So instead,
stupid.
So instead, we're just going to gloss over it.
Okay.
Wow, that's a law.
That was just one of those things that we had to bring up, but we're not going to go too much into,
Despite the fact that this is point and counterpoint, and we should be arguing stuff like this. Apparently, you can't argue anymore. So,
apparently.
Anyway.
Oh, look at that. I got a notification. Dr. Phil is being interviewed on the Joe Rogan Experience. But
wow,
anyway,
that's great. I don't watch it, so I wouldn't know. But
it's a good show. A lot of interesting guests.
All right. Anyway, yeah, I've got nothing. I'm out. Well, anyway, I only have 5 minutes left here anyway, so I hope you're excited to have to carry on the show by yourself again. I didn't watch last week's, but
you got to.
I won't. I don't watch any of these when we're done.
Interesting.
It's not my cup of tea. I don't want to know how much of a shit show it is.
So, how about if I talk about an article I read recently?
Is it actual news?
Sort of.
No one wants to hear it.
It's interesting. It's about some of the positive benefits of various psychedelic substances.
You can talk about that after I leave.
Okay. I'll hold off onto that. Hold that thought, people.
We've only got 5 minutes left, so that's going to have to be the greatest 5 minutes of all time.
Oh, wow.
It won't be, because I don't have anything to talk about, but...
Okay. What's something that you're truly passionate about?
Halo.
How about Elon Musk?
Why? I've told you how many times I don't care about it. The whole thing is stupid.
How about, you like my meme page I created for Elon?
He got held in contempt again.
You like my meme page for Elon Musk, don't you?
I've muted your meme page.
There's some funny stuff on there.
Well, I wouldn't know.
Now he hosts a meme review with PewDiePie.
Yeah, but he's also held in contempt.
Is he, though?
Yes. The SEC just did it.
The what?
The SEC?
SEC?
Securities and Exchange Commission?
I don't know.
Well, you're in it. Okay. See, this is real news. Not hosting a meme review. Although that was pretty cool. But listen.
We should just be glad that a billionaire is taking the time to humor our silly culture.
I'm not going to elevate a billionaire to God level status simply because he's doing what everyone else does.
I don't elevate him to that status either. I just do that.
You have a meme page about him.
As a joke.
All right. That's fair. I think he's a cool guy, but I'm not going to drivel at his feet because he says funny things.
It makes fun of him in a playful way.
All right. Again, I think he's cool. And I like what he's doing with SpaceX, but I don't know. Seems like people make him out to be this crazy. I'm not gonna. No, just stop. Anyway, all right.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'm not going to elevate him to some higher status because he does do a lot of things that I think is funny. Like, yeah. No, I like Elon Musk, but I'm not gonna elevate him to a higher level.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just do this because I am his father. His literal father.
It's just weird. All right. Interesting. Wow, that only took up 2 minutes.
Like father, like son.
What are you talking about?
He's my kid.
What?
I remember when he was a young one, and
I feel like
I'd take him to soccer games.
I think I'm missing the punchline here. I don't get it.
Okay, I'm gonna stop now. It started getting weird and then weirder.
What do you mean it started getting weird? As soon as you said you're okay. Neat.
Well.
Now this is some quality podcasting. It took us 22 minutes to have our awkward silence. That is a record. I like it. We're improving. Someone write that down. 22
What a great
minutes.
podcast.
Listen, 22 minutes is a legitimate period of time. I'll take it. I'm proud. I'm proud of this channel. I'm proud of how far we've come.
Grayson, I've been considering starting another podcast.
Why?
I just had this idea.
Spit it out.
Ever heard of Red Green?
No.
He's a Canadian guy.
Okay, he's
got a funny TV show. I think it'd be cool. It'd be a cool concept to have a podcast with him.
What does that mean?
And then I'd be doing the voice. I'd have to try to get the rights to him first.
What? What do you mean the rights to him? Is this a person?
He's a person.
How do you mean get the rights to him?
Get the rights to the show.
What are you talking about?
Starting a podcast called the Red Green Podcast.
Why?
Because.
Would it just be this show but called different? Something else?
Maybe a separate show.
Why?
I think it'd be interesting.
Why? Is it going to be any different content?
It's going to be the same content as the original Red Green show.
What is the original Red Green show?
It's just a Canadian show. He's a kind of...
So you just want to have a Canadian...
He's called a handyman, and he'll do stuff like... I don't know. It's hard to describe. He'll show some...
Got 2 minutes left.
Some handy ways to create a sunroof in your car, so he'll
Do you know how to create a sunroof in a car?
So he'll cut the top off of a car
Chris.
and then duct tape on a fish aquarium.
Chris.
Yes.
Neither of us knows how to do that.
You don't actually have to do it, man. It's a podcast. It's not visual.
What's the point?
But I'm just giving an example of the sort of things he does. He might do...
But if that's not related to the podcast, what does that mean?
Dude, it's a comedy.
Neither of us are funny.
Wow. That hurt.
I mean, at least in my case, it's true.
You motherfucker.
You do stand-up, so at least you have something on me, but I just have to resort to being loud.
And muting me?
Well, I muted you because you're doing ASMR.
Oh, yeah.
That was a legitimate reason to do it.
I know.
Degenerate. But anyway, I think your idea is stupid. I'm not going to... Why not just call this Red Green or Red Blue or whatever?
Wow. Why don't you look up what the Red Green show is?
I will not.
Won't you?
What?
Just watch an episode.
No. So we can have even less listeners?
Be that way.
We got one right now. That's cool.
Yeah. 2.
2?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Wow, I can't wait to have to go now. Oops. Well, in 5 minutes, but now you gotta just listen to Chris dribble on about whatever. I'm not gonna watch it, so I won't know if it's good or bad, but I'll be here next week.
Ooh, I know what to talk about next. How about last night? You really got some improvement on your swing dancing.
Oh yeah, I learned like 7 new moves yesterday. I was insane. It was a dancing renaissance, you know? It was intense. I didn't see anyone lose interest in their eyes while I was dancing with them. That's an improvement.
That's a good start, you know?
Oh yeah. It was fun though. I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed swing dancing, you know?
Yeah.
Because I was on par with everyone else.
Yeah.
Except for the people doing flips.
Probably a good
stuff.
thing that they did some beginner lessons so you could...
Oh, yeah.
While I was dancing with someone, I overheard you say that you've been doing something wrong the whole time.
Oh, yeah, there's something I was doing wrong the whole time. I don't know what it was.
Oh, okay.
I don't really remember.
Was it a pass, turn, step?
I have no idea.
Okay.
It was something. I was probably doing all of it wrong the whole time.
You even did a dip.
Oh, yeah, no, I was always stepping. Yeah, I did a dip, but I also dropped Michael, so it kind of evens out there. But I was always passed on the back step instead of on the front step. So. Yeah, so that was bad. But, oh well, you live and you learn. And now I'm ready for next week when I start doing some legitimate fancy moves. Sweep them ladies off their feet, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, so
I'm thinking maybe next week we'll get Brandon out there.
No, it's not going to happen.
It will happen.
It won't. But anyway, let's see what else happened this week.
Yeah,
we got
I'm gonna
this Friday canvas paintings. Don't show up, please.
No,
don't
show
come.
up.
Nope. Forget I said that.
Show up just to piss Grayson off.
Nah. You don't need to. And then what else we got? So much fun stuff. It's gonna be crazy. Off the hook. So much swag. You're gonna be drowning in it.
Here's my plan for swing next week.
We're just going to
I'm gonna
anyway, so that's cool. How's the weather out there? Weather's nice and cold weather.
I'm gonna set up a Confederate. I'm gonna have a girl ask him to dance, and then just beg him to if he rejects. Make sure it happens. Okay?
Okay. Anyway.
Capiche?
So
I said capiche.
So anyway, onto the next fun topic with the 2 listeners we got. I gotta go. Oops. Oh well.
All right. See you later, Grayson.
Wow. All right.
See you later, Gray Daddy.
All right.
I am ashamed of saying that.
You knew what you were doing when you said it.
I didn't. It just came out.
I think it's time to retire from this podcast. I can't.
I sincerely apologize for that with all my heart. I will never say that again.
Disgusting. What a disgrace. This show is already at rock bottom.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's a shit show.
Rock bottom is we can't get a single listener to the show.
It's true. We have
as long as we have some listeners to it, and we actually have like some episodes that have 50, 60 views on them.
Yeah, but I don't trust that you're not just rewatching it 50 times.
You think that I have the time to go in and click it that many times?
Yes.
It's harder than you think, man.
All right.
I'm not going to waste my time by going and clicking on it in Apple and Spotify and stuff.
All right. Well, this was fun. I'll be here next week, and this time I'll stay for the whole show. But now you're stuck with Chris, so maybe
maybe that's going to be fun.
Watch some TV or something, maybe
listen to this.
I don't know. We'll see. All right. Well.
Oh, and also, isn't Star going to Sky Zone as well?
I'm not running it.
Yeah, but Star is running it.
Yeah.
No, I'm probably not going to that. But.
Oh, well. All right. Okay. Well, this was fun. I enjoyed having a half an hour session here. Very nice. Right. It was nice coming out here again. It's a shame I couldn't come out last week, but
in just a minute you're gonna be stuck with me, boys.
Yeah, again, maybe watch some TV or something. Maybe switch out and maybe buy Halo: The Fall of Reach and read that. Anything other than just sit here and listen to Chris drivel on for another half hour. All right, well, this was fun, but I am Grayson, and I'm signing off.
All right, but I'm not signing off. All right. Farewell, Grayson.
Hey, fuck you.
Oh, what the sense of humor.
Oh, yeah, that's all I can do is just yell profanities. That's all I got.
Okay.
All right, see ya.
That was Grayson. He's being a little bitchy right now. But you know, what can you do? What can you do, you know? All right. I wish I could find out who was listening to the show right now. It's kind of stupid you can't find out.
Hey, this is bullshit.
Grayson, no, you're not wanted here. I thought you left. Leave. Shoo.
Wow, that hurts.
I'm sorry.
entire show sucks.
The show doesn't suck.
Kinda. Alright, see ya.
I'm sorry about that. Well, this is a segment for the new show, the Red Green Podcast.
Well, back on Possum Lodge here, and well, Harold just left, my nephew, and now we're left with Handyman Corner. Today I'm going to show you how to make sure that you don't get any annoying phone calls when you don't want it, because you know sometimes you're doing something important, like watching the big game, or maybe you're just trying to fish a little bit. So what you want to do is you want to take your phone and set it to vibrate and set it just barely leaning off the corner of the toilet. And then when it vibrates, it goes right back into the toilet and malfunctions. And then your phone is attached with a weight to a string to the handle, and it'll flush and plug up your toilet. And that'll remind you to come and pull your phone out with the string.
And that is a little preview for the podcast, the Red Green Podcast. Woohoo! That's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to be a complete failure. I will give myself credit, though, because that was not scripted at all. That was completely impromptu, ad-libbed or improved, whichever term you'd prefer to use. I use improv usually. Oh, I forgot to ask Grayson Oh, fuck me. Let's see, I'm going to text him here and see if he pronounces it coupon or coupon. Let's see, do you pronounce it? Let's see, actually I'm going to spell it a little differently. Coupon? Ah, damn it. Or coupon. Let's see. Here we go. All right. And let's find out what he says. Coupon or coupon? So, we actually used up a lot of good topics in the first half of the show. I could go back to the legislation part, but I don't think I will because it's kind of hard to do with only one person there. You kind of miss the whole point of point counterpoint. It's just a point, or it can't be a counterpoint though, because to have a counterpoint you need a point first. It requires at least two people. So here I am. I got the podcasting blues. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm lonely for you. Got the podcasting blues. And that's gonna be a little sample of my upcoming album, Chris Wright. I got dem blues. I'm gonna take these damn headphones off. I don't need them. I can put them around my neck. I don't even have to do that. Oh, what is it? He says coupon. Damn it. All right, I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. You are wrong, you schmuck. All right. Get a little aggression in there. It's supposed to be coupon, not coupon. What are you, British? It's a coupon. Or what's another one? Let's see. It's just one of those things, Some people are just obviously wrong. They say coupon. It's not supposed to be coupon. Coup. It's just stupid. God. I am off my rocker here. All right, folks. Sharks. So, the beautiful thing about this podcast is that it's very funny, and if it were boring, then no one would like to listen to it. And if no one listened to it, there'd be little reason to continue doing it. Oh man, I'm getting weird. I get really weird when I'm just podcasting without the co-host. Because podcasting is one of those things where you need multiple people. 2, 3 people. 4 would be great. Unfortunately, there's only 3 mics here. You could share a mic pretty easily, though. It wouldn't be hard at all. What can you do? And for you people listening on, iTunes, or for you people listening on Anchor, you'll probably see links to to all the other different places you can find this, like Podbean. There's another one I don't remember. I think it's on Breaker, iTunes, Spotify. What else? Pocket Casts, our old sponsor. But then it's also on, I believe, Pandora, and it's on TuneIn, of course. It's on iHeartRadio, but Anchor doesn't give me the option to post a link from iHeartRadio, which bothers me a little bit, because it's almost as if this place doesn't exist on iHeartRadio. And it obviously exists on YouTube, and sort of on SoundCloud, but no new episodes because SoundCloud is trash. I will not use SoundCloud anymore. Unless this show gets really big, and then I get the chance to. But as of now, I will not post any more on SoundCloud. Don't even look for it. And there's still some episodes there. I just don't like it. You have to pay to put more than, I think it's 4 episodes up. This is the 12th episode. You'd only be able to see 8, 9, or 9, 10, 11, 12. No? Oh, boy. What am I going to do? Oh, I got the blues again.
I got the blues again. I got the blues again. I got the blues again. I got the podcasting blues. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your wonderful audience. I'm going to try to keep it going for y'all. Because, you know, sometimes even though it's hard to keep going on a show like this with only one person speaking, you got to keep going and just power through, because maybe some really good topic will come up, and if you had stopped speaking earlier, you wouldn't have gotten a chance to say it. Which is why I have to make sure that I keep talking until the very end of my time slot for the show. And then you'll get to go to another great show. So make sure to stay tuned after this. In about 20 minutes into the show on. It's going to be fecking amazing. I can't believe you just used an Irish term. Damn. So, I discussed a couple shows. I think I've discussed MMA enough on the show since the last episode, so I'm not going to go into that. Hey, what about whether Night Fight is a sport? I mean, I kind of need two people for this to be a debate, which is why I'm just going to present my point of view. And Night Fight, which is the night fighting show I was discussing earlier, it has what is required to make it a sport. It requires skill. It's an athletic activity that requires skill, and it's competitive, and that's what makes it a sport. A sport has to be at least somewhat competitive, and that's what makes things like golf a sport, bowling a sport, curling a sport, ping pong a sport. Yes, sirree. There's a lot of sports. I don't really know if Grayson would agree with that point of view. He might. He might just agree, but maybe not. It's all just speculation. How about what was? Oh, it's just bullshit. Man, this. I thought I did a great job in the last episode when I was alone. But this episode, I didn't have as much to talk about. I don't know, I mentioned my 40-minute walk down to Petco. Swing dancing. My co-host made some advancements. You know? How very interesting. You know, it's fun doing the swing dance with the newbies. You can show them a thing or two,
And it makes you feel good about yourself. It's fun training people that are less experienced in whatever the subject matter is. Whether it's an intellectual thing, and you're telling them about that, or it's physical, like a dance. I am too tired right now. Who is listening to this? Someone named Radical Listener and Petey Guai? I don't know how to pronounce that. If I try, I'm just going to butcher it. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. I should probably start winding down now. I feel if I try to go too much longer, then I can really sustainably keep up this podcast for this episode. It's just gonna turn into deeper and deeper shit. You know? Interesting fact about, the word shit reminded me of us swearing and why it needs to be taboo. Because a curse word is, when you say it, it activates a different part of your brain from the usual part that deals with language. It deals with the emotional part of your brain instead, and cursing can help you, withstand pain and other stuff. You can increase your pain tolerance a little bit. Which is why if you use it too much, it loses its meaning. It just becomes another word. And it has to stay at least somewhat taboo. And South Park did an interesting take on this. Except, of course, they took it to a whole new level. Like they tend to do. And basically, he made it so a curse word was literally a curse word. As in, it brought a curse onto you if you use it too much. So all these TV shows were saying, we're gonna say shit this many times in the show. And eventually, when people started saying it en masse, people started dying of the plague because it went back to Middle Ages and they were attributing the Black Death to swearing too much, and the words lost their meaning. Interesting. Oh, so interesting, You know? Let's see. I can probably go for a minute more here. I don't want to overstay my welcome. So, it's been a pleasure serving you again on another episode of Point Counterpoint. This has been Chris Wright, and since Grayson isn't here, I'm gonna say goodbye for him, even though he already said goodbye when he left earlier. This has been Chris Wright and Grayson on Point Counterpoint. You're listening to KUST, University of St. Thomas Campus Radio. It has been lit, fam. Namaste.